For the next 48 hours, our goal is to give you a picture into real RV life. Not the epic moments, the everyday, mundane. What does it really look like for a husband and wife to live in an RV full-time on a budget?
It's cold.
Plus, we're gonna be setting up Starlink for the first time ever. So if you're just here for Starlink, we'll put the timestamp down below. Let's get to it. We're George and Chris. This summer, we started a year-long RV trip across North America. These first few weeks have definitely been a crash course in RVing. We've dealt with flat tires, the joys of dumping sewage.
It smells so bad.
This is horrible. I don't want to be your cameraman right now.
Smells of unknown causes.
There is a stench coming from inside.
Hot nights.
Look, the high today was 105. And it currently feels like that inside of the camper.
Almost getting stuck.
Oh, that does not sound good.
And much more. But it's also been filled with gorgeous sunrises, breathtaking sights, hysterical moments, and memories we will never forget. After spending some time exploring Banff, Glacier, and Yellowstone, next up is the unmatchable Grand Teton National Park.
Oh my God!
Good morning. That is officially the coldest night we've ever had in the RV. It's currently 41 degrees. It looks like it got to the high 20s. It was a cold one last night.
It's cold.
It is cold.
You can make coffee?
Want coffee? It's so cold in the RV right now that you can see my breath.
This makes it easier to get out of bed in the morning. Now I can start my day.
One thing that we're already learning about RVing in these temperatures is the floor of this RV gets so cold. Like, it's almost unbearably cold. I'm having to stand on any carpet that we have inside and like swap my feet back and forth because it is just so cold. Which kind of makes me nervous because I'm wondering how cold all of the components are in the underbelly. This is supposed to be a 4 seasons capable rig. I guess we're gonna put that to the test over the next few days because it seems like this cold front is gonna be here for a little while. But I need like 5 pairs of socks right now.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
You do. You look so beautiful. Okay, we got a much later start than we had anticipated. The cold kept us in bed far longer than we wanted to. We have a lot to do over the next 48 hours, a lot of normal RV life stuff.
We made a to-do list for everything we have to get done in the next 48 hours. Here it is. We have laundry, groceries, set up our Starlink, clean the RV, do some work, have some fun, and take a long hot shower.
It may not seem like a lot to do, but when you're in an RV and you're living outside of town, there's gonna be traveling involved. It's gonna take some time to do all of this, which is why we're doing this over 48 hours. Plus, it gives you a better sample size of what real RV life is like, because truthfully, every day is a bit different.
Not a lot of routine.
There's not a lot of routine, and that can be a positive or a negative depending on who you are. But yeah, finding a normal schedule when you're living in a van or an RV is not too easy.
And I don't know about you, but I'm most looking forward to a long hot shower.
Obviously, there's a lot to do. Let's get moving.
Let's go.
One of the real parts of RV life is anytime we get into the truck, we want to take advantage of our truck's inverter and take everything that needs to be charged with us, like our Jackery computer, camera gear, phones, stuff like that. Plus, we got all of our laundry detergent. We got more laundry than we've ever had since we've been on the road for 2 months. But this is also the longest we've gone without staying at a campsite, so it kind of makes sense that we have 2 huge bags of laundry.
The sun feels so good right now.
Shove it in.
Oh my god.
How much do you think those bags weigh?
I don't know, but if I would hiked with those things, I would get in some good shape.
Usually while we're waiting for our laundry to get done at the laundromat, we take advantage of having Wi-Fi and outlets, so the Jackery is plugged in, getting charged up. Chris is trying to do some work on our next TikTok idea.
That's a lot of clothes.
Laundry is done. It was about 4 to 5 loads. Next up is groceries. Thankfully, it's in the same parking lot.
Is grocery shopping therapeutic for anyone else? Because I don't know why. Something about going in there, getting all the food for the week, makes me feel happy inside. I couldn't wait, I'm too hungry, so I'm eating some hearts of palm. If you know, you know.
If you know the smell, you know.
It's tangy. I've been eating these since I was little.
We'll see you back at the RV.
Time for the not so fun part. We gotta put everything away. Usually something we do to make sure a ton of dirt doesn't get into the camper is we both come in with a load, I take my shoes off, put down the load, then George goes back and keeps bringing me things until we have it all. That way only one of us is coming in and out all the time and one of us is in here putting everything away. We're gonna go on a little grocery tour. Follow me over to the table. Here we have our produce, some fruits, veggies, greens, some sweet potatoes, some pickles, some canned goods. Over here we have like our eggs, our dairy. I am trying to cut back on dairy and gluten, so you'll see some vegan / gluten-free things. We have some lunch meat for sandwiches. I'm trying nutritional yeast for like a cheesy flavor. We have, you may be wondering why we have these little things of vodka. That's because I'm making vodka sauce pasta. This big ol' thing is for George, who loves his ranch dressing. This I am very excited for. You may be wondering, why are you so excited for regular old peanut butter? But that is because for the past over 2 months that we've been on the road, we've been trying to do the all-natural peanut butter where the ingredients are only like dry roasted peanuts. Guys, we just can't do it. I can't get past that texture. Is so gritty. If you have a good natural texture peanut butter that you know of, please let us know. But until then, we'll be going back to the OG and we will be enjoying it. Over here
Also, we're a creamy only household.
Over here you have the carb section. So we have some gluten-free bread that I'm going to try out. George got some whole wheat bread. We have some gluten-free pastas, some tortillas. This one is gluten, this one is corn, so it's gluten-free. Some chips for George, some chips for George and me. And that pretty much covers the grocery haul. We're gonna get to put these away and then clean the rest of this RV.
As you can see, it was time for us to get more groceries. There's pretty much nothing fresh or green in this entire refrigerator. Our pantry was getting a little empty as well. So these groceries are gonna go to good use.
And you know, I resisted today. I resisted on not getting all the hot sauces I wanted to get because that's what you do when you have a tiny home. You gotta save room.
While Chris works on putting the groceries away, I'm gonna work on getting all of this laundry onto the bed so that we can put it into our drawers and closet. We have officially finished the first two on the list, groceries and laundry are put away. And now it's time to move on to cleaning this disaster of an RV.
George found us these handy dandy portable RV sized broom and mop. This is actually a regular Swiffer, but he just didn't put all the attachments on it. That way it stays nice and portable. And for our broom, you can either use it as a dusting broom like this, or you can extend it just like this. Push this little button here, and then twist one, twist two, twist three, and look, it's a normal sized broom. We're constantly wiping and cleaning, it seems like, but still we end up with a lot of stuff. So that just shows how easy it is to collect dirt in such a tiny home. If there's a benefit to living in a tiny home, it's that it really doesn't take long to give it a thorough clean. Let's check it off the list.
How cold does it like in the winter in Florida?
This is the coldest of all.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah, this right here.
but the humidity.
Good morning. It was another cold night last night. It's currently 37 degrees outside. The RV thermostat says it's 46 degrees inside. It's another morning of seeing your breath, bundling up. I will say I was much more prepared last night. I went to bed in a hoodie, in long underwear and long socks. We just turned on the heater for the very first time because I figured it was a good time to see if the heater actually works before we have more nights like this in the future. But this morning we have a couple of things to do. We have some work to do and I need to set up Starlink. We've been so excited about setting it up, but we've been postponing it because we wanted to film it. But we're finally gonna get to set up Starlink and get some connectivity, which is a big deal for us. One thing that we're already learning about our RV is that turning on the heat draws a lot of power, which does not come as a shock. Anytime you're trying to generate heat, it does draw a lot of power, and I basically turned on our heater for like maybe 10 minutes and then our batteries showed that they were pretty much drained. So that's a problem. If we're wanting to do winter RV life in the future, we're definitely gonna need to figure that out, or be at a campsite with hookups, or be hooked up to a generator, or just get a bigger battery bank. These are our first two nights in sub-freezing temperatures, but this is kind of a part of RV life. There's always gonna be things to learn and figure out along the way, so we definitely have some problems to solve if we're gonna do more sub-freezing nights, but for now we're doing okay. We are hoping that this right here is gonna help us solve one of the biggest problems we've had since we hit the road 2 months ago, which is connectivity. So let's start unboxing this thing, setting it up, and testing it. Oh man, this thing is pretty. Wow. We have the Starlink antenna, which I've heard people refer to as Dishy, and Dishy comes with this massive cable that leads to the router. I will say Dishy is really good looking. It is so sleek. I love the white color, and it actually feels really sturdy. And then we have our Starlink router, and we have a power cord for the router. And this is just kind of comical to me. I think these are the instructions on how to set it up. I'm trying to, or maybe it's a diagram of really how it works, it seems. But it's just funny to me that this is the instructions on how to set up an almost $700 Wi-Fi antenna. All right, Dishy is attached to the mount. Now the antenna is attached to our router, and now we just need to get power to the router and the antenna. So I'm just gonna go grab our Jackery just to give it a test run really quick, which I'm hoping is also gonna give us some insight into how much power this is gonna draw. Okay, we have our power source. I got my phone. I'm realizing it would have been interesting to see how long the setup process is. I'm gonna say that we've been doing this for maybe 5 minutes. That's being generous, and we're gonna start a stopwatch. And we're gonna stop the clock as soon as I'm able to pull up my first YouTube video. Let's get some power to the router. I don't see an on button anywhere. Maybe it all happens via app. Let's take a look. Dishy is plugged into the router is plugged into the Jackery is providing power to both, and I'm opening up my Wi-Fi settings now, and the only network that I see available is called Stinky. And the only reason I know that that is this is because we had some friends set up Starlink for the very first time a few days ago, and they said that theirs was also named Stinky. I don't know why it's called Stinky, but I know that it is. So let's try and connect. And they were right, it is called Stinky. So now it's giving me the option to create a network name and a password. For now, I just renamed it Dishy. I'm sure Chris is gonna have a much more creative name that we could give it. Let me put in our password. And yes, I know I have a crack on my phone that I need to get fixed. All right, a blue check mark. It says that the Starlink is booting and that it is acquiring a GPS signal. After about 5 minutes, it says that we are online. Let's see if we can do a speed test on it. We're getting 76 megabits per second download and 6.2 megabits per second upload. And right now it's just sitting on the ground surrounded by the truck and the RV. We haven't even elevated it maybe onto the roof of the RV or onto a flagpole. So honestly, that's pretty amazing right now. I'm gonna totally take that because we've been in some places where we had absolutely zero service. The only way to get service was to drive like 45 minutes to an hour to towns. So having this available is absolutely going to be a game changer. Now let's see if we can get a YouTube video playing. And we have a YouTube video. We're watching Kara and Nate in the North Pole. Let's see how long that took us. Took 20 minutes from when I started the stopwatch. We'll add 5 minutes to be generous. So in less than 30 minutes, and it could have been even less if I wasn't filming, in less than 30 minutes, we unboxed this, set it up, speed tested it, and got a video going. I am super impressed. Let's go tell Chris. You know what that means?
What?
We're on Wi-Fi.
Yay! I was like, wait, is Kara and Nate coming to see us?
Oh my gosh.
Wow, good job, babe.
All set up in less than 30 minutes. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that took like no time. Good job.
We have internet.
Yay! Now
All right,
we
hold
can
on,
go
check it off the board. Check it off the board.
Okay, Starlink. Thanks to my hubby.
And Elon Musk.
And Elon Musk. Here we go. Woo! Now we just have work, fun, and shower. Your girl needs a shower.
While I was setting up the Starlink, I'm not sure I did a great job really expressing just how big that is for us. We have found ourselves in so many occasions at the most random locations trying to find service. We'll find these beautiful boondocking spots and get there and realize that we can't do a thing. We can't talk to anybody, do anything. So we end up spending an entire day just driving into towns to upload videos, to check maps for future hikes and trips. So having the ability to set up Wi-Fi wherever we have a clear view of the sky is a huge deal for us. That's why we made this investment, because yes, Starlink is a bit costly, because not only do you pay for that hardware, which I'm pretty sure was just under $700, but there's also a $135 monthly fee. But for us and our travel goals, we thought it was worth it because we just couldn't stand having to spend entire days just trying to find service. We've uploaded videos in McDonald's and Starbucks, and we've spent hours there. We even had to upload a video on the side of a road at a visitor center in Canada. Was that in Canada? in Canada, and I'm talking like 5-6 hours sitting outside on a picnic table waiting for a video to upload. And yes, we realize there are going to be obstacles and there's going to be downfalls, and we still have some questions that we need to answer about Starlink, like how we're going to provide consistent power to it. But for us, knowing that we have that option out there is a huge deal. Aren't you excited?
I'm so excited! Now we can go to even more boondocking spots off grid and still be able to check in with family, work on our social media, and all that good stuff. So this is awesome.
And back up your phone.
Oh my gosh. Guys, look at my phone right now. Because we haven't had consistent Wi-Fi for over 2 months, I haven't been able to back up my phone. I think the last time I backed it up was in June. It's now September. And this morning I woke up and you can't really even see my apps. They're just like blank spaces. I don't even know what that is. So I think it's going to crash at any moment. So
it's because your storage is full.
It's because my storage is full because I haven't been able to back it up. So now that we have Starlink, we have Wi-Fi. That means I can back up my phone and not lose all of my photos and videos and texts and all that. So thank you, Philly.
You're welcome.
Good job. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yay, Starlink. We found a great deal in town for a fun day. We're at the rec center. They charge $7 to use all of their amenities. Let's go! Before we start to enjoy the amenities, we're gonna give you a quick tour of the rec center. First up is the locker rooms. There's a men's, women's, family, and they all have showers and lockers. We chose to use the family locker room. This is a little bit of a smaller version than the men's and women's, but let me show you where we put our things. We took up 1, 2, 3 lockers, but they're actually a lot more spacious than they appear to the eye. Here is the family restroom. There is some hooks to hang your clothes, a sink, a mirror, a toilet, and most importantly, a shower with hot water. As you can see, they have a basketball court. For you. The pool is about to open, so it's time to get changed. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's go check out the sauna, the pool, and the slides. Right behind me we have the lap pool with 8 lapping lanes. I don't know if that's what they're called, but you can make laps in them. This is the warmest water I've felt in months. This is the family pool. Wanna play mermaids? This feels like my childhood. There's 2 water slides. One is for adults and one is for kids. I'm on the
Water basketball.
Oh!
We're gonna do that again. Water basketball.
Hey! Oh no! Get your head in the game. And a hot tub. Oh, can I get a hot tub? about you, but I feel real good right now.
Real good. I would have paid $7 just for that shower.
Okay, well, after the pool, hot tub, sauna, we have a few things to check off of our to-do list. On the drive over here, I got some work done so we can check off work. We definitely had a lot of fun today. And last but not least,
And arguably most important.
and arguably the most important thing off our checklist, shower. Let's check her off.
So that was 48 hours of RV life. Like we said yesterday, every day of RV life is different, but the past 2 days are a little more normal. They're a little more real. There are chores that need to be done. It's not always hiking to these epic places. Sometimes we just have to do laundry and take showers, and that excites us on the road. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Later.
Bye.